Hello, welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of anime figure pre-orders. This is the 14th to the 19th of April 2025. So quite a few figures. We've finally got a figure that a lot of people have been waiting for, Karin from Blue Archive. So in a bunny suit by Max Factory, so that'll be really good to get cover at least when we get to her. So a lot of people have been waiting for that one. So yeah, I can definitely see them probably even doing a re-release of that one, just like they did with Asano Chinose, who I have as well from Max Factory. So yep, we'll get straight into it. Links for these figures will be in the description down below like normal. And comment, like, and subscribe if you like the weekly roundup I'm doing of the these pre-orders, so you can keep up with the scale figures at least. I don't think I can do, Nendroids, all the other styles of merchandise that we get from Ami. It would be too long of a video, which I don't think would be interesting enough for you lot. So I stick to scale figures, as that's what I'm interested in as a collector. So let's get straight on into it. So in terms of, I do normally do scales, but this is obviously from the Mimic from Beyond, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. So as a plushie, a big plushie anyways, definitely worth getting a hold of, I think, if you really enjoyed the anime, which I think most people, I would say, did. 7,920 yen, November 2025. Yep, it's a massive plushie. It doesn't give me size, unfortunately, so you don't actually know how big this is. But the big plushies are quite large normally, and you can also get Frieren herself for 16,830 yen. If she's that price, I would expect her to be a lot on the sizable, more like football sized in terms of, yeah, probably basketball, football sized overall. Does it give me a height here? Oh, here we go. 40 centimeters in height, so as tall as a quarter scale. So definitely worth getting a hold of. If that's that, the Mimic's going to be obviously a lot bigger, considering she can sit inside the Mimic. Obviously the Mimic's empty, so that's why it's quite hollow. Hopefully it's rigid enough to hold its shape. Should be. But yeah, it's looking really good. Potentially worth getting a hold of both of them. And I think they just about come under the UK threshold as well if you order both of them at the same together in the same order, because they do both come out in the same month. So maybe worth getting a hold of them separately. Maybe just order them separately and then look at combining them when you get nearer to November. That might be the best option to do, because people say that your shipping cost gets included, and if that can push you over the £135, then you. But I don't know. I've not really had any figures that are quite close to £135 yet, so I don't really know. So yeah, but both of them look really good. Definitely, I think worth getting potentially both of them, anyways. Unfortunately, my November is pretty packed, so I probably won't be getting them, and I'm kind of. Really do want to get them, because I like to have plushies in some plushies in the collection, but then I think that I might go down the rabbit hole of collecting plushies. So yeah, very good. They're plushies. Just thought I'd mention them, even though they're not scale figures. We've covered this before. Lily Nunn and Emily Nurse. Before by Ascendia, where they're separate. You can get them as a set now, January 2026, and they come with obviously this very plain, minimalistic. Choir boy, I guess you could say. They actually mention it down here. Boy monk figure. I think it's more of a choir boy than a monk, but anyways. So yeah, two very sexy nurses. Oh, so one nurse, one nun. So yeah, very sexy. They're not cast off, as I covered them off before, but they are extremely sexy. Obviously, one's tanned. Very good looking girls. So they're very nice looking figures. I probably won't get them. But I think their quality, if their final product is as close to this, then they'll probably potentially be worth getting a hold of. But their prices separately were about the same as this anyway, so you're basically getting the little boy statue included. And we go on to an Azur Lane, Prince Eugen, Kindred Evening Spirits 1/7 by Pony Canyon for 27,800 yen. Based off of this artwork of her at a high-rise bar. I love the outfit. I love the thing. This is by Pony Canyon. So I don't own any of these figures from this manufacturer. Looks really good. Prototype looks really nice. Detailing and everything looks good. Obviously, we don't know what the base is going to be like, unfortunately. So potentially worth getting hold of. A2 clear poster, 27,100 yen. Looks good overall. Prince Eugen is a favourite from Azur Lane, so I definitely can see a lot of people potentially would be getting this anyways. So yeah, pretty good. Rocket Boy. amazing NSFW manufacturer, so definitely keep an eye out for this. And I saw this in a One Hobby Festival last year at Prototypes, and I was really enamored with it. So this is a saitom original illustration, Dragon Tamer Princess, Platea 1/6 scale, 28,600 yen, December 2025. Very sexy, you know, adventure dragon, well, dragon tamer / dragon slayer, I'd expect. But yeah, she's got some sort of obviously dragon in this vessel that she's captured, and she's taming, and then she's fully cast off as well, as you'd expect from Rocket Boy. So definitely worth. I love the color scheme, blues and the whites is very nice, and obviously with the dragon tamer, wonder hopefully they do like a setup of these with different color schemes. Different to cover the different coloured dragons that are out there in obviously Dragon D&D and whatnot that we normally get to the spectrum of dragons. Would be nice. That's something that they could definitely play off of, I think, especially as long as the girls are unique. But they can have, you know, different styles of dragons and weapons that they're carrying and gear. But they are pretty much they can expand upon this, I think, and just do an entire lineup like the Elf Villager lines by Vertex. Freeing figure, as you've got to have a freeing figure every week. A ninja and assassin under one roof. Kaha Koga, bunny version, 22,000 yen, 1/6 scale, October 2025. Definitely a lot more on the more casino-esque aesthetic bunny suit. So I do prefer that over the standard bunny suits. And you don't. There has been a few other casino-themed bunny suits before, which I think have done it better than this one. She looks pretty good overall. This is quite a nice looking unique one, which we'll probably be seeing next week. So I'll cover that when we get to her. But yeah, she looks fine overall. 1/6, pretty decent price. Probably if you like the anime, then get it. Not something I would say you have to get for your collection. WOLF-MASTIFF Force Karas Samurai 1/9 by Animatester, 12,540 yen. So this is a posable action figure, January 2026. I'd mention this one because I do like what Animatester are doing with these posable figures, kind of like Figmas and whatnot. But these seem to have a lot more articulation and have obviously a lot of accessories like Nendroids. So I do like what they're doing here. So I think potentially worth getting a hold of. I think Snail Shell do some as well. But they're the more ones where they have cast off bits as well, so you can do more lewd reenactments with them in your collection if you wanted to. This one doesn't mention anything about that sort of thing, but you got this massive list down here as well, and also for the first bonus you get movable silicone leg part, so that might be worth getting hold of. Just so I'm guessing they're doing a re-release at some point in the future, or a continuance where they wouldn't have that as a bonus. So maybe if you're really into posable figures, pre-order this now. But it's a good price, 12,000 yen, especially with all the accessories that you get here. So a lot of detail as well going into this one. So I really like what Animatester are doing here. Like a Dragon, Kazuma Kiryu, 1/6 by Kitekureru, 26,120 yen. Over the threshold, £135. Really annoying. October 2025. He looks lifted straight out of the game. Definitely worth getting hold of. I've not played the game, but I heard the entire series of Like a Dragon and Kazuya are amazing. So I think definitely worth getting if you're a big fan of that series of games. Looks very good, very nice looking figure. Kitekureru, obviously one of the biggest manufacturers out there, so I've got no problems with this one. I think this is perfect for people who are who are into collecting gaming figures. Metamorph ReFantazio Junah, 1/7 by Kitekureru, 20,990 yen, November 2025. Looks very nice, like the hair, like the color scheme, very unique design. I've not played the game, so I'm guessing this is her design lifted from the game. Yeah, she looks really nice overall. Definitely a unique, definitely will stand out in your collection, and is not your typical, anime scale figure in just a very nice dress. So yeah, she looks really good. Obviously, with the whole artscape, the big forehead, I guess you could say, is a unique look, and the eyes as well. So yeah, very big eyes, very small mouth. Yeah, very unique look, I think, overall. Very nice looking figure. Definitely worth getting hold of if you do play the games or played ReFantazio. This one is a bit funny. I will just say, so Maid-san, illustration by Himika Yuzuki, 1/6. Manufacturer Cat Noodle, never heard of these before. 8,910 yen for 1/6 scale, pretty good. This is not a cast-off figure, but you do get swappable lower leg parts, so you can have her standing up. And she does have a get like a gown around the waist if you wanted to have that on. Obviously, very well endowed in the chest area, which is very nice. And you can have her crouching if you want. So depending on your preference, it doesn't mention she comes with that mirror base, apron, alternative lower part, sitting like a duck version, and main figure and base. So it would be nice if she comes with that little mirror, I suppose, but that might be something you have to add yourself. But yeah, very nice looking figure. I like, just me in general, I like well endowed characters. You know, very naughty, very sexy looking figures. So this is very nice, and for the price as well, it's very nice looking. So I probably would potentially even just get this just have on my desk next to me, and just distract me from the screen at least. Fate Grand Order Berserker / C Shonagun 1/7 by Alter, 28,980 yen, April 2026. So you've got a year. This one very colourful. Love the oval colours aesthetics. The underboob is very nice touch. Yeah, like the whole sort of, you know, not cyberpunk, but skater board, you know, going out there, city aesthetic, I suppose. Yeah, very nice, very sexy looking figure. Sculpt work looks really good. So yeah, very nice, and it's Alter, so I'm pretty sure the final product is going to be extremely close to these prototype photos. So I've got no worries in terms of quality. Very nice looking figure. I don't play Fate Grand games, so I'm not going to be collecting this. But if you are a Fate Grand Order collector, then there goes your wallet again, as it seems to be traditional for Fate Grand Order collectors. Pop-Up Parade SP Zenless Zone 0 Wise by Gusmar Arts Shanghai, 6,750 yen, October 2025. Yep, the SP line are a more detailed line of the Pop-Up Parades. I think they mention it down here. SP line is a bunch of Pop-Up Parade, transcends the boundaries of the regular Pop-Up Parade. With special surprises. Special surprises, I have no idea what that means. It's still just the figure in the base. So I think it's just they seem to be more detailed, better paintwork, and they charge you a bit more, you know, a couple, 2,000-3,000 yen more for that. So which is fine. The shadings are definitely better, cleaner lines, and a lot more emphasis on detail at least. So there's that from Zenless Zone, and we've also got Belle as well. Same price, October 2025. Very cute looking figure, like the outfit. Don't play the game, but I've heard a lot of people really like Zenless Zone. So Zero. So there's not a gacha game that I play. I play Azure Lane, really, unfortunately. But I've not spent any money on it. So that's at least one thing I can say. Vampiire Mina illustration by YD 1/6 by Viberstar, 28,710 yen. Viberstar, it's going to be cast off. Just it's one of those names that you get to learn as your collector. So do like the pose. I love the very dominatrix style. I don't understand how she's a vampire, but she's more of a nun-esque aesthetic here. Obviously with her hands tied behind her. Yeah, it's definitely BDSM vibes with her hands obviously tied together at the back here. So yeah, very nice looking figure. And then that's her cast off, where she's obviously got something in her mouth to stop her biting her tongue off, I suppose. But yeah, definitely very much like BDSM style. Like both of it, and this is apparently 2 bases, 2 figures, for 28,000 yen. So 14,000 yen each. 1 cast off, 1 none. 1/6 scale. No brainer, I think, buy this one. And there is a slightly more expensive one where you get just a clear file if you want to spend a few thousand more yen. I probably wouldn't. The clear file looks good. A2 size is pretty decent size as well. But I'd save the money and just get the standard one. They're both the same. Two figures, 2 bases. So definitely worth getting a hold of, I think, if you really like this. Look, I still don't understand how she's a vampire. I guess it's the ears when she's in the other alternative half-naked form. So fair enough. Playmax Evangelion 3.0 +1. So it's the long-haired Rei Ayanami by Max Factory, 6,930 yen. So I think this is going to be pretty good. Max Factory are pretty good overall. Even their budget figures have generally been pretty high detailed and clean. So this is probably going to be similar to what Good Smile SP are aiming for this, probably similar to quality to this, what we're seeing here. So the hair shading is obviously a lot better. It's very nice, very clean lines, very simple suit. There's no tears or anything like that, but it's just with it being the very smooth surfaces makes the paint job a lot easier for them. So the suits sort of has made it a lot easier on painting. So it's the hair they've emphasized detailing on. And then there's the short-haired version as well, same price. I think I prefer the long-haired one because you're getting a lot more figure for your money, and you seem to have a better shading as well with the length of hair. So I probably would prefer the long-haired one. It just depends on you personally. Gakuren Idolmaster, Rinama Himake, Clumsy Trick 1/7 by Kodopikiyo, 21,940 yen. November 2025. This one, hair is a bit flat, although it could be I think it might have been washed out actually by the light in these shots. So like this one in particular, there's just I think too much light, so you don't not actually seeing the depth. But when you go to this one, there's a bit more lighting, you can see a bit more of the shading coming out of the hair. So the hair's actually okay, I think. Face looks pretty cute. Outfit isn't too bad, I don't mind. I quite like this sort of, it's got this sort of like cowgirl skirt underneath another skirt aesthetic going on here, with the cowgirl like 3/4 length boots as well. So it's a very unique design, I think, overall. She looks pretty good, but I don't play Idolmaster, so she looks good, pretty fine, just standard looking figure. A Frieren quarter scale for another one. Goddess Victory Nikkei Clay quarter scale. For 44,000 yen, October 2025. So we covered the other one last week. That was a cheerleader. So from Nikkei as well, which is the more dark skinned one, which I think a lot more people prefer. But now we've got the blonde as well, Clay. So I think if you're going to get one, potentially try and get both. This is definitely obviously a lot more unique. There seems to be a lot more emphasis and detail. Paint job seems to be really good. Their hair is obviously very dynamic and a lot more shaded. There's just more effort from Frieren I see in these prototype photos compared to standard bunny suits. So that's why I think a lot of people probably will like this. And Goddess of Victory Nikkei is a very popular game. So yeah, it makes sense that they've done this. And I don't know if it's based on any artwork from the game. I don't know. But they're very nice looking figures, both the pair of them. So potentially worth getting a hold of. I am a sucker for quarter scales. Whether I'd get both of them, I'll probably wait and see. To be honest, once they've released. I don't think the pre-orders will sell out that quickly. I think a lot of people have going off the quarter scale hype, and obviously with the economy going the way it is, collectors are restricting what they're ordering these days, and I think that's going to be like that for the rest of this year and potentially into next year as well. Although I've got lots of figures on order, which I'll probably have a few cancellations. I generally do throughout the year. So yeah. And here we go. Finally, Karin, Kakudate Karin, from Blue Archive by Max Factory, 23,800 yen, 1/7 scale, extremely good price for this quality. The Asano Stay was a very good price as well. May 2026. I've pre-ordered this one, just so you know. Spoiler: this is in my next year's pre-orders when I do it at the end of the year. So yeah, she looks really good. Obviously, a dark-skinned character is an auto plus. Just goes so many points into the positive for me wanting this figure. I love the hair, black to pink shading, a lot of hair. I love the fishnets design. Is definitely different to your standard or the big open space fishnets design, should I say. Very nice and very sexy looking figure. Definitely worth getting a hold of. I think auto buy for anyone who's just into bunny suits. You don't even have to play Blue Archive. I don't. She's just a very sexy looking figure. The same thing with Asano Chinose. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, instant pre-order. Don't care. I don't know nothing about the IP. It's just a very, I'm treating it like an OC, the same as this. So yeah. Creative Selections Bunny Garden Rin 1/6 by Belfine for 23,360 yen, January 2026. Yeah, it looks quite nice. I like the pose, obviously. very well endowed chest area. I like the casino aesthetic, as I said, sort of the casino suits, definitely better than your standard bunny suits. The different faceplate and the different hand option is a nice bonus as well. So you at least you get 2 options of posting. As they're not going to be the same in every collection. But yeah, very nice, very sexy looking figure. I think definitely potentially worth getting hold of, and maybe trying to get some fake green grass on your shelf if you're going to have her. And I expect there to be a lineup of the other girls by Belfine in the future. So probably worth getting a hold of, and is under that threshold as well for import tax in the UK. Fire Emblem Lucinia 1/7 by Intelligent Systems, 31,680 yen. June 2026. You've got quite a way. You got 14 months to get this, to save up for this as well. Very detailed, very nice looking Fire Emblem figure, and I think a lot of the other Fire Emblem ones have gone up in the aftermarket as well, because you don't get a lot of obviously releases of these because it's based on a game, and I think Intelligent Systems are the only ones that have actually done figures from Fire Emblem, and it is a big game, big RPG game, a JRPG game, so I definitely can see why a lot of people like this. Very, very nicely detailed. Love the artwork. Everything's amazing with this figure, I think, and the price might be just a tad high, but I think royalties and stuff there's not much you can do about that. The overall figure's immaculate and very nice, but I don't know. You'd have to look at MFC for other Fire Emblem figures, I think, just to confirm whether those that have been released are of the detail of the prototypes images. If they are, and they're from Intelligent Systems, that would be the best thing I think to check. Just to confirm you're not going to have any misgivings when if you do purchase this and receive it. Darling in the Franxx 0217, Good Smile Company, 20,800 yen, April 2026. Been a while since we've had a Darling in the Franxx figure. I thought the hype had sort of died down since obviously it aired quite a number of years ago. A very good anime. I think it's definitely worth watching, Darling in the Franxx anyways. But yeah, 02, obviously set a freeing wedding scene and a couple of other figure releases. So she's not like an unknown character. This is of her in a standard attire. Love the outfit, love the jacket, love the hair. The hair could probably do with a bit more shading, but 23,000 yen is not too bad with the amount of plastic they're using for the jacket and the hair. So I think overall very nice and probably worth it if you don't want to spend so much on the other ones. Since they are obviously free in court scale, and the wedding dress one is so hard to get hold of in the aftermarket. I think the price on that's like 60,000, 70,000 yen anyways for that one, but it is a very nice wedding dress figure. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2 Rafalia Snowplay version by Good Smile Arc Shanghai, 24,100 yen, January 2026. Very wholesome. I love the obviously the Shield Hero and whatnot going on here, sort of snowmen, and yeah, Rafalia, very cute in a child form and an outfit. Yeah, very nice looking figure, definitely just wholesome. I think if you're not into like super sexy figures, waifus, then but you like cute figures, this is definitely one I think worth getting a hold of. Even if you're not a fan of Rising Shield Hero, I think just the scene here is just very cute and wholesome, and the paintwork's very nice anyways. All the shading and everything's spot on, from what I can tell here. So yeah, very nice looking figure. To Loveru Darkness, Momo Belia Devluke. Renewal Package Edition by Union Creative, 17,600 yen, December 2025. So, renewal, I think we've covered one before a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, she looks pretty nice. Just her in the Darkness outfit, which I think we're getting the entire lineup of all the girls in the Darkness outfit anyways. It's part of their renewal package. So, yeah, very nice looking figure. Where's she? 18,000 yen, probably about right. I think overall, December 25, probably worth getting hold of if you love to love Rue, but there are a lot of figures out there of these anyways. So yeah, it looks nice overall, and it's 1/6, so good size, bit bigger than 1/7. Azure Lane Shimikaze Clumsy Moon Rabbit 1/7 by Fat Company, 25,720 yen, February 2026. This one, very cute. Like the outfit. Obviously she's clumsy, which makes sense, and the overall scene here is very nice, with the Manju tripping her up, unfortunately. So yeah, and she's dropping this tray. The rod's a bit of a letdown, but they have to have the rod, unfortunately, for this sort of dynamic scene that they've got going on here. But yeah, very nice looking figure. I do like it a lot. Probably won't get it from me personally, but I do like this figure. Very good Azur Lane Shimikaze figure. My Hero Academia, 1/7 scale, Asui Frog by Spirit Tail, 24,970 yen. December 2025. Bunch of countries that can be shipped to, which you don't normally like to see this, but yeah. So overall, very dynamic. Like the water effects and of the base, definitely showing the style of character that she is. Yeah. Very nice, like the tongue being very dynamic. I think pretty good. 25,000 yen's alright. Spirit Tail are at least they've pulled back on their over budget, crystal dress figures from ReZero. So yeah, very nice looking figure. I think overall potentially worth getting hold of if you're into My Hero Academia, but I think the hype's kind of died off now for My Hero Academia. The Red Ranger becomes an adventure in another world. Yandra Arville, 1/7 by Kadokawa, 20,270 yen. Okay, January 2026. Let's have a look. Pretty basic, like witch outfit, with purple and pinks and reds. The hair's very nice, purple and pinking. The face is definitely got that anime tone, like drawn style. So it is very much like lifted straight out of an anime, which makes sense. But like, unfortunately, I think the face makes her feel a lot more like the 2D representation, even though it's the 3D 4th scale figure of her. So I think that's a bit off-putting with this face. Apart from that, overall the figure's really good, and the price isn't bad as well, especially with like the big cape and all that hair, and removable hat. So overall, I think it's fine. I think just the face is a bit off-putting, maybe. It just depends on how much, like, the way it's framed, I think, with the hair as well, makes it very much feel like it's just the scene in the anime, and it's like a still, and there's no, like, 3D to her face. There's 3D to everything else, obviously, but not to her face. Her face is just very flat, unfortunately. Death Ball Suzerain, 1/7 by Orchid Seed, 28,600 yen, October 2025. Okay, I'm not familiar with this IP, but it seems to be a dark elf with a baseball, and considering I've got Wendy Bash, who's baseball, I do like this, very well endowed, dark skinned, baseball themed characters. Is she cast off? I like the pose, obviously, very sexy pose. Love dark skinned characters as a bonus. Love the old outfit as well. Very, very much like Tamer in RPG vibes for me. It's like super powered fantasy sort of aesthetic. Is she cast off? She is cast off. That's a bonus. Only chest cast off. 1/7 though is a bit on the smaller side. I think for 27,000 yen. I wish she was 1/5. Or 1/6 really would be the smallest, but 1/5 I would prefer. 17.5 centimeters in height. I think I'm gonna have to give this a miss, really, purely because of the size. I think she's probably gonna go down in value afterwards, because I don't think a lot of people would be paying 29,000 yen for a 1/7 scale of this. It's very nice, very sexy looking figure. If she was just larger, at least then she'd have be a bit more emphasis in your collection, I think, just like Wendy Sandy, Wendy Bash from that I've got there. So yeah, very nice looking figure overall though. I do like the overall pose and aesthetic going on here. It's just the scale, I think, is a bit too small for what she is trying to pull off. I'm not gonna bother with that. So Kanoko Tateshiba, illustrated by Michiking, 1 and 5.5 scale. Manufacturer Tuberoso or Orchid Seed, 30,800 yen. So if that one was 1/5 scale, or 1/5 scale, really would have been ideal. Anyways, September 2025. Okay, so Lolliest girl in pajamas. Fine, I suppose. Looks pretty cute. Is she anything else? I'm guessing she's cast off since it's Orchid Seed. Yep, cast off in the chest. And that's it. And and nether region as well. Not worth 30,000 yen, 31,000 yen, even though it is a larger scale. The paint job's nice, I guess, but apart from that, I don't. It's not me personally. She's too much on the more smaller petite side. Not for all petite figures really. She looks fine, I think overall, but I don't think 32,000 yen. Considering this is 29,000 yen for 1/7 scale, I don't know what Orchid Seed are doing. This is obviously in terms of price comparison to that one. It's okay, it's like a few thousand yen. You're getting a large scale figure, but she's only 28.5 centimeters, so nearly 10 centimeters higher into height. But that's down to the pose, obviously, as well. Since obviously this one's lying, in this pose, so crotch revealing pose. So yeah, not for me personally, unfortunately. Orchid Seed a hit and miss. You could really love the design, but the scale could be off. So yeah, this one's like the scale's correct, but I don't like the design. Then we've got Karin Idolmaster, Katon Fuja, 1/7 by Plum, 21,500 yen, July 2025. Pretty box standard, cute schoolgirl aesthetic in hoodie. Yeah, looks fine. Nothing amazing, nothing jumps out at me for this one. And I think we're into the adult section. Okay, so these will not be linked down below. Cujo Stay for a While Type A quarter scale by Bedroom Honey, 7,760 yen, August 2025. So this one's obviously a very cheap quarter scale. You can tell since there's like no detailing in the hair, or well, there's detailing obviously in the body sculpt, basic detailing though, but the face is like very flat, hair's fine. But for 7,000 yen quarter scale, what do you expect, to be honest? The fact that she comes with a pole, a removable bunny suit, and a wine bottle as well. The paintwork is extremely basic, but if you were into quarter scales, like budget quarter scales, this might be worth it. I don't know. I think it's the color scheme. There is an alternative color scheme, so I didn't open this one up. But this one doesn't show up in the here as an entry. It just shows up the pink one, the Type A. Reload. Hello. But yeah, so I don't know what's going on here. Maybe there's an issue with that. I mean, but there's the blue one. I guess you could. I probably would pick the pink one because it's a lot more, pink, sexy. Makes sense. But I don't think you get like obviously these other bottles and this table behind her. I think it's just going to be the base, unfortunately. But yeah, this set dressing is not going to be here. But yeah, 7,000 is a good price. I just don't know. I don't think the design will grab your attention personally. I think if it was just me and I just wanted to buy it because it's cast off, then I probably would. Would I buy it to make a video? Don't know. I'm tempted to order this just to do a video on it, since I'm obviously doing like all the Bear Panda quarter scales, and I've got a lot of other quarter scales coming in as well, like budget quarter scales. So it should do it, but I think this one won't stand on par with the other ones, really. So like just based on these photos, it's not like alluring for me to get. So I don't know this one. Let me know in the comments down below if you think I should get into a video in this one. I don't know how well this she'll sell, to be honest. Both versions, either or. Then we've got a binding figure, really nice. Kitsune Cafe Konon Donuts Rene Shirogen 1/4 scale, 41,800 yen, November 2025. That's fine. It's binding. I don't mind that. Them in the 40,000 yen range. Lots of hair. Love the pose. Love the outfit. And definitely really like the outfit as well. Was this, the wide netting stockings, and then this sort of one full 3/4 length stocking as well going up. Very sexy looking figure. Love the pose. Like this donuts. Since they mentioned obviously cafe like donuts, that she's got this ring of donuts as her pillow. So yeah, that's really nice as well. Looks like she's like a fox style figure as well, with the fox tail. So yeah, very sexy looking figure. I like it a lot. very unique ears, and obviously fully cast off as an alternative closed eyes faceplate. So, so 2 faceplates and removable cast off by binding, which is to be expected. Very nice looking figure. And it looks like that we'll be getting this other one, donut, I'm guessing, or we'll put it is donut, sorry, because this is just one big one, but like chocolate donut or something it would be called, which it looks pretty much, I would say, sexier than this one, well, at least the pose is, but yeah, I'd have to wait and see what photos we get for that one. Whether I get both of them, probably not. The binding figures are just so nice to have in your collection. If you're a binding collector, you know what we're talking about. Another OC by of Joe Arisawa Ayazawa, 1/6 by Lovely, 23,760 yen, January 2026. Okay, I think I saw like the artwork of this going around on like Reddit and stuff a while ago. So I do like the pose. Obviously, she's very sexy looking figure, very lewd. So yeah, and you get some options of her peeing with different toys and whatnot. Yeah, potentially worth getting a hold of. I don't know, maybe not. I do like it quite a lot. I like the chain link, the chain link fence behind her. Yeah, I do like it quite a bit. Don't know whether I'd purchase this one, to be honest. But yeah, and then there's the slightly more expensive one where you get a poster, A2 clear poster of her, of the original artwork, which obviously the artwork is really nice anyways. But the fact that she's in an alleyway, obviously next to this AC unit, I wish they kind of did that probably more so than chaining. They're probably trying to cheap out a bit more and concentrate on the figure. But I think they did a good enough job capturing the original art anyways. So potentially worth getting a hold of that one. That does it for this week of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Obviously, definitely give it a like if you're really if you're going to be getting the Karin by Max Factory. But yeah, quite a wide variety. Definitely quite a few sexy figures as well. A lot of sexy figures actually this week. And I shall catch you in another video. Thanks. Bye.